microphone there should be working now. Well, my name is Steve Allred, and I am the pastor here at this church. One of the pastors, Pastor John Joseph, who just welcomed us, is another one of our pastors here. And we are just really excited, as Pastor Joseph mentioned, to have all of you folks here. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Your presence in this place does bless us, and we are very happy that we can host you today. We do have one other guest who will be here shortly, and when he comes, we'll invite him to come on up here as well. Let's do this. To get us started out, how about we go around and just introduce, tell the audience our name, who we are, and then I'm going to go back around and let you share with the audience something about your faith that you would like for them to know. Is that cool? Should we do that? So let's start right here, and tell us your name and where you're from and what you do.
I begin in the name of Allah. Allah means God in Arabic, the beneficent and the merciful. My name is Abdul Hamid. I'm the president of the Islamic Center of Yuba City. I've been here over 40 years. My family has been in here in the state for 120 years. So, and what I do for a living, I work for my brother as a businessman.
Good, thank you. Thank you so much. And with these microphones, I should let everybody know, make sure you hold them up nice and close there, just like Abdul did. So, fantastic. Go ahead, tell us your name as well.
My name, is it not working, is it?
Yes, it should be.
It's working.
Okay, my name is Muhammad Shafiq, and I'm a tax preparer for H&R Block. And I've been in this area since 1973, and it's great to be here.
Fantastic.
And thank you for inviting us.
You're a busy man this time of year.
Yes, busy. It just slowed down for March. March is kind of not too busy. We can take some days off.
Okay, all right. Coming up in April, though, you're going to be working like every day, right? So, yeah. All right, well, thanks for being here. I know it's a busy time of year. Go for it.
That's a call. My name is Gursant Singh, and I've been coming here to Yuba City for a couple of years. I just moved here a few months back permanently. I used to live in New Mexico. And I converted to Sikhism about 35 years ago, so I'm a little bit of an unusual person in Sikhism. But I have now, like I said, I've been now a Sikh for about 35 years. And I am a writer right now. I just finished a book, a novel that's available on Amazon. Yeah.
Neat. Right on. Well, thank you for being here.
Hello. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Khalsa belong to the God. Victory belong to the God. Yes. My name is Gyani Gurcharn Singh, Sikh priest from Sri Guru Nanak Sikh Temple, Bogue Road, 2269, Yuba City. Okay, I'm like a job head priest before 6 years last year.
Very good. And I got to actually go and visit our priest friend here at his home, and thank you for being here today. Really appreciate you coming. So, and this gentleman here, most of us know who were here earlier today.
I'm Alan Reinach. I have been serving for almost 20 years as Director of Public Affairs and Religious Liberty for the Adventist Church in a 5-state western region. The church has the Church State Council as its religious liberty organization here in this western region. And my background is in law. I'm an attorney, and we represent people of all faiths who suffer employment discrimination based on their faith. And so we have represented many people of different faiths. Of course, a lot of Adventists with Sabbath problems, but others as well.
And in a little bit, we'll be talking some more about a collaborative effort between the Adventists and the Sikh community, as well as I I know a lot of other faith groups that were involved in the passage of a bill here in California just this past year. So Alan will have some things to say about that. Go ahead and tell us who you are.
I am Brian Chandra from Hindu community here in Yuba City and in Kalisa County.
Okay.
From Kalisa County, I moved to Yuba City last 5 years ago.
Good.
And I'm in the United States since 1970. And my 4 children has education here and graduated. And they went to different state for further studies.
Okay.
Thank
Fantastic. So Priest Chandra, thank you so much for being here as well. And right next to you is our good friend Rakesh, who, go ahead and tell us a little bit more about yourself, Rakesh.
I am Rakesh, and I'm here on behalf of my uncle, and I'm glad to be here. My 2 children, 2 daughters go to school here at Seventh-day Adventist Yuba City, and I'm here to accompany my uncle.
Fantastic. Thank you. So, as mentioned earlier, we're here to do a couple of things. First of all, we're here to get to know each other better. You know, I think it's important. We live in the same community, and oftentimes we stay within our walls and we don't go outside of them, right? And one of our goals here with this event is to simply get to know each other better and hopefully make this a continuing event. You know, perhaps next year someone else could host this at their place of worship, you know, and we could all get together again and talk about some issues that matter to us. We've got some ringing going on down here. I'm not sure if I'm doing that or something else.
Some feedback coming, feeding back.
Yeah, okay. And another thing that we want to do here today is to talk about the values that we share as different groups, different faith communities, because I think there are things that we have in common that we're going to find as we talk today that we all care about deeply, that we can be there and help each other with. And so I think as we talk, it's going to be an opportunity for us to learn about those things and to develop respect for the faiths that are represented in this room. So let's go ahead and let's talk a little bit about one of the first things that I had mentioned to you folks we'd be asking today, and that is, tell us something about your faith, your religion, that you would like for this group of people here to know. If you could say anything to the community, what would you say to them? And Priest Chandra, why don't we start with you and tell us about the Hindu faith. What is it about your faith that you would like us to know today?
You use this one. Get this one too, Rakesh, just in case you need to touch it. Yeah.
The Hindus are very passive people who always look for peace and forgiveness. We Hindus respect and honor all religions and their way of life. This is something Hinduism.
Very good. Thank you. Respect. I think that's something that we all can admire. And I think you're saying that Hinduism is a peaceful faith.
Here you go.
Okay.
Exactly, that's the thing it means to.
Fantastic. All right. Good. Thank you. Let's see. Let's just go down here. Ellen, okay, you're next. Tell us what.
That's fair.
What's that?
That's fair.
All right. Okay. Tell us about what you're a Seventh-day Adventist. We share the same faith. If you could tell those who are not Adventists something about your faith, what would it be?
Well, first of all, often if Christians ask me about being Seventh-day Adventist in a Christian context, it's like, well, why are you different from any other Christian? And the conversation will focus, well, we keep the Sabbath.
We're having a few problems here. Do you want us to aim the mics in a certain direction, Roger?
You had a failure of the main speakers. I had to readjust it.
Okay, all right. Sorry about that.
Well, so what I started to say was, the conversation may go to, well, how we observe the Sabbath, or the name Adventist, being anticipating the soon and preparing for the soon return of Christ. But in this context, it strikes me that the bone of contention among different religions is the idea that different religions think that they're the only ones who are going to heaven. And one of the things that Adventists aren't the only Christians to understand this, but to me it's a very precious part of my biblical understanding and part of the Adventist faith, is that we understand that the atoning death of Christ, we believe, offers salvation to all, and that there will be many who share in that salvation, whether or not they ever became Christian as such. That people who sincerely worship God from many different faiths will share in the same kingdom together. And I guess just to be perfectly clear, because it's such a confusing thing at times, it's somewhere between, it's not, my way or the highway, but neither is it universalism. Because there are those who say, well, all the paths lead the same way, and we're all going to the same place, and it doesn't matter what you believe, and that's kind of universalist. Well, we Adventists, we're not universalists, but we do believe that the love of God secured salvation for all, and that there are those who truly worship God and are part of God's family from many different religious traditions. We don't think that we're the only ones who are going to be saved. And I think that provides a good foundation for doing something like what we're doing today.
Amen. Okay. Thank you. All right. So, Priest Gurcharn Singh and Gursant Singh, how would you sum up Sikhism? What would you say is, what would you like people to know about Sikhism?
I want to say, Sikhism is the fifth largest religion of the world with more than 24 million people follow the worldwide. Sikhism is both the faith in which we belong. God came the world in the fall in the 10 different gurus. It is the independent religion, distinction from the outer mystical of Hinduism, Islam and Sikhism. We beloved have the scared of the Sikh males, often wear turbans and have long beards. Sikh Bibles can wear either turbans and beard separate over their beards, or most Sikhs are the beard turbans as Sikh. In Sikhism is beloved will be vowed of the preventing every beard and nearly one.
Okay, thank you. Sant, would you like to add anything to that?
Yeah. Well, I want to start by saying that most people ask me, say, why do you wear the turban? I mean, that's the very common question. Why do you have a long beard? And how long have you been growing your beard? That's
right.
Practical question. Yeah, that's one thing. So I think it's important to understand that as Sikhs, we are required, as tenets of our religion, I guess you would say, to wear the turban and have uncut hair. That's one of the some of the basic tenets of our faith. And so, just to give you a little history, Sikhism started about 500 years ago with Guru Nanak, and he was a living guru or teacher